everybody! Today I am back with a layout for you all. This layout features two photos. One I will keep at 4x6 and one I will trim down to, it will be 3x4. I realize you cannot see what I am trimming on the screen, but I can't do anything about my camera setup, otherwise my camera would be falling off my desk. So, this is what I'm scrapbooking today. I'm scrapbooking two photos of Scottish Wildcats. These are two different cats. However, they are in a zoo. They are not in the wild. But, oh my goodness, the looks on their faces just crack me up every time I see them. So I found this stamp set from, it's a Chamel stamp set. I think she made it on an International Scrapbook Day maybe one time. I think. I'm not sure. I could be making that up. But I think that's what it's from. So this stamp set has all these phrases like seriously and nope and I need a do-over and things like that. So I thought that it would go perfect with these pictures of the Scottish Wildcats. Scottish Wildcats are in fact wild. They look a lot like domestic cats, but they are not. They are very wild, in fact. Just a second, I have to check on my dog. Okay, I am back now. I had to check on my puppy because there were suspicious noises coming from upstairs, and those are never good when you have an almost, he'll be very soon, he'll be 11 months old. Next Monday, he'll be 11 months old. So, don't like hearing noises that I can't identify when the puppy is on the loose. So for this layout, I have different photo sizes, and I am going to trim up that side of the cardstock because it was not straight. Usually I'm very good at trimming paper with scissors. However, that one got away from me a little bit. Again, I'm just using scraps of paper that I have on my desk. I thought that I would rather use them than just have them sit there or get thrown out. So over the last few layouts, you will have seen the same papers repeating themselves. That's because I am making an effort at using the scraps that I have sitting on the side of my desk. Here I'm inking the edges with brown dye ink. This is espresso ink from Close to My Heart. It is very dark brown. It is not my preferred ink to ink edges with, however, it is what I have out on my desk right now. For the little tiny photo, I did matte it with a very thin border of blue, and I'm barely inking the edges, like just touching the foam to the edges, because I didn't want to leave it out, but I also didn't want it to just take over the paper since it was so thin. I'm using a paper from, I think it's Chamel's Head in the Clouds, and I'm fairly certain that is my last paper, my last diagonal stripe paper from that collection. Makes me so sad because I loved it so much. I did have more of it, but I have since used it all. I love a good diagonal stripe paper. They're probably my favorite pattern papers. This cardstock, if you don't know, which you could very well not know, Close to My Heart has amazing cardstock. I love their cardstock. It cuts really well in Silhouette. I don't know how it cuts in the Cricut, but I'm assuming it cuts well because they have Cricut, like you can buy Close to My Heart Cricut software. Cartridges? Cut files. We'll go with cut files. So I would imagine that it cuts well in the Silhouette. Or in the Cricut, I'm sorry. I have a Silhouette. I use Silhouette. Well, I would use my Silhouette if it was working. But it's not working at the moment. I have to fix it. So I will do that eventually. But the cardstock has two different sides to it. So it's the same tone, it's just one side is more saturated than the other. So that's what I was doing. I was deciding if I want what side I wanted to put on. I am going to be stamping quite a few phrases from this Chamel stamp set. I'm fairly certain it is no longer available. It was, I'm pretty sure she created it for International Scrapbook Day. But these phrases just were too perfect for the looks on these cats' faces. They're so funny. Oh my goodness. They reminded me so much of my cat because it made me laugh. That worst day ever fit there, but I didn't want to put that on this page because it really wasn't a bad day. I just thought it was funny with the cat. The look on his face is just like, ugh, worst day ever. There is a stamp on there that says, ugh, if you want to stamp that. But I stamped no thank you, seriously, and nope. Because these cats, oh, they're just so funny. The look on their faces. I love these pictures. They just make me laugh every time. So sorry, my coffee mug didn't want to sit down nicely. I am using Tuxedo Black ink by Memento. The only one that I have is the tiny little dewdrop. Oh, these letter stickers, oh my goodness. So, like, the punctuation marks just stick to you. As soon as you touch the sheet of stickers, you have a punctuation on you. They're really annoying. I find them on my hands all the time. I really wanted to use these letter stickers, but I couldn't find the other sheet. I seem to have misplaced it on my desk somewhere, and I couldn't find it. So a lot of this is me looking for it. And I was like, okay, I give up looking for it. I'll use these stamp sets to stamp out one of the words. I knew I wanted to title this Scottish Wildcat. I know it's not a very clever title, but that's what they are. They're so funny. So I decided just to stamp the word Scottish because it has two T's in it and two S's. And of course, I don't stamp the first letter perfect, but I got it lined up pretty well. I was impressed. So a little bit about Scottish Wildcats. They are wild. They are not as plentiful as they used to be due to predators. Well, I don't know how many predators they have in Scotland. Scotland doesn't have a lot of predatory animals. But a lot of people make them house cats, and then they get bred with domestic house cats, and there are not as many of them in the wild as there used to be. There is a breeding program to breed them in captivity and release them to the wild. So quite a few places are doing that. We did actually see a Scottish Wildcat in the wild while we were on the island of Orkney. However, I was on a bus at the time and I did not get a picture of it. They are huge. They've got to be like a good 30-pound cat. Like, they're big cats. They look like domestic cats. They're not. They are very wild. As cute as they are, I don't recommend trying to pet them or make them a pet. So there are breeding programs. I think the Edinburgh Zoo has a breeding program. There's a lot of local zoos in Scotland and they will breed the cats. These two were at one of the local zoos. It's just a small zoo in Dundee. I think it's called Camperdown Park, but I might be wrong. But I'm pretty sure it's called Camperdown Park. Those alphabet stamps that I was using, they are from Jen Scow, and I don't know if they're still available. You can check her website, but I'm not positive that they're available still. She does have other stamp sets. if you would like those as well. Apparently rummaging around in my drawer beside me causes my tripod to shake. I will try to be more mindful of that in the future. I did not realize that until right now. So here I'm just looking through some sticker books. I'm looking through I was looking for smaller letter stickers. So I knew there were some in the Schmel sticker book, but the colors really didn't go well. There was navy blue and purple. So the colors really didn't match all that well. So I was hoping that there were some in the Dear Lizzie sticker book because I thought the colors match better. Which is funny because I'm not using any Dear Lizzie paper on this layout. And yet the colors match better. I do end up going with this bright pink to draw attention to the title, and I am titling this Scottish Wildcat. I think I just call it Wildcat, even though there are in fact two cats, and they are two different cats, but that's okay. So, previous to this video, there will be a process video on my channel. Nope, sorry. The video after this one will be a video about Queen Victoria. Not really about Queen Victoria, but of Queen Victoria. We have Victoria Day in Canada on this year it is May 18th. It is not the same day every year, it changes. The same day every, I thought I said that incorrectly, but I did not. It does change every year, much like Thanksgiving, it is a different date. So we do celebrate Victoria Day in Canada, however, we call it the May 24 weekend, even though I'm not sure it's really ever on May 24th, but I think 24 has something to do with the amount of beer that is consumed this weekend. It is the first weekend of the summer, like our first long weekend. So I thought in honor of it being Victoria Day, I would scrapbook Queen Victoria. So that will be the next video on my channel. If you would like to go and come back and watch that tomorrow, to celebrate the Queen Victoria, which is the Queen's official birthday. Even though it's not actually the Queen's birthday, it's the Queen's official birthday, I'm pretty sure. I'll look it up and tell you more about it tomorrow, but I think it's the Queen's official birthday. So here I'm just adding some stickers from the sticker book to my layout. And I do stick the stickers to an acrylic block or my tape runner or an ink, like an dye ink like the espresso one there beside me. Just so that I pull them out of the booklet, I find it easier, and then I can go back and just find places for them to go. So I did pull out various stickers from the sticker book, and they're all from the Dear Lizzie sticker book. They do have copper foiling on them, which I like for something a little bit different. I think now I'm looking for some not flat embellishments, but I don't know what I find, to be honest. I don't remember. I should remember. I just made this layout this morning. I try to be efficient. If I make layout, I try to edit and upload it in the same day so that I don't forget. But apparently I forgot anyway. I definitely add those puffy floral stickers because the colors matched so perfectly. Those are an older product from Pebbles. I think they were with one of the Jen Hadfield collections, but they're puffy flower stickers. I'm sure you could find something similar if you wanted them. So I add one to each grouping. I didn't put the yellow one in the middle because there's yellow paper in the middle, so I wanted to spread it out to the bottom where there wasn't any yellow. I add this little epoxy sticker with a heart in it because I do very much love the Scottish Wildcats. And then I will put, I think I do my journaling on camera here, and it just says what I told you previously about how these cats make me laugh. And we saw one on the island of Orkney Island, which is way up in the north of Scotland if you're interested. Beautiful, beautiful island. Really cool history. Very cool history. So I'm adding these wooden butterflies by Ellie Studio, and I do glue them down with some wet glue, simply because it was beside me, and I find that my roller adhesive doesn't always stick the wood veneers down that well. I'm doing my journaling with a black Muji pen to match the black stamping on the layout. Sometimes I use black for journaling, sometimes I use gray. It really just depends what I feel like. There's no real choice behind the matter. I just, sometimes I want to use gray. Sometimes I don't. So after I finish my journaling, I don't believe I add anything else to this layout. So that is everything. So please come back tomorrow to view my video of Queen Victoria. And I will see you then. Thank you so much for coming to watch, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.